Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of the Monday Movie Review, and this episode of it is about a movie that, when I begin to say it, I want to autocomplete to another thing, and the movie, it's Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. And my brain, because it's so infected by wrestling shit, and just generally the internet, my brain wants to autocomplete Bubba to the Love Sponge. And if you don't know who Bubba the Love Sponge is, you're fucking lucky. Yeah. Hulk Hogan fucked his wife, and it's a whole fucking thing. Anyway, let's get to Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. It's based on a comic series, which is kind of interesting. And the person who created the comics is actually in the movie, which is also kind of interesting. I think it has a too low score on IMDb. It's got a 5.3. I think it should be 6. But I can get why people are kind of iffy about it. It's kind of how do I talk about this? It's it's trashy, um, but it knows what it is. It's not a trashy movie trying to be something it isn't. It's a lot of redneck jokes. As you can imagine. Um, it's just fucking like. There's also kind of a lot of nonsensical shit in it. Um, like there's a dude who, a butcher who wishes to have a third hand, and the hand and arm are on his forehead because it was going to help him try to somehow jack himself off or something. I don't. I kind of was going in and out of the movie at, at the point when this was explained. Uh, so the first wish, and that's the whole conceit of the movie, is the redneck werewolf is the first deal slash wish that the devil makes, and Bubba wants to be hairy, like he wants to have like a lot of hair, like a bunch of shit, and the devil turns him into a fucking werewolf, um, because he wants to basically fuck his cousin, which is a whole can of worms. I will say, so, I love some of the subversions of the werewolf thing is interesting. The one that's currently in my brain is when he's talking about how he goes to the bar. Like this bar is it's something's bombshell, uh, and it slowly just gets to hell because like a lot of because hell on Earth occurs. Um, fucking so he's at a bar. He's at the bar, and you know he's a werewolf, and everybody just like doesn't. That's another gag. Is like nobody acknowledges that he's a fucking werewolf. Um, uh, he's like, "Oh, I'm hungry." By this point, he had already eaten like people that he's killed that were like shitty. Um, but he's like, "Oh, I'm hungry," and like the scene is like him, like he's getting closer and closer to the people at the bar. And it's like it's obviously implying that he's gonna eat them, but he ends up eating a shit ton of wings. That's actually kind of like I love that subversion. Um, I also do kind of like the whole. people not acknowledging that he's a fucking werewolf. It just he has like Bubba just now has a beard and shit. Although they do, I think they reference a dog dick thing in the fucking movie. Again, I was kind of in and out with like some of the things like just like a lot of things because I watch this with the group that I usually watch a lot of stuff. I'm kind of in and out with movies sometimes. I was kind of in and out in this. The ending revolves around a drinking contest with moonshine and like proper like possibly going blind if you drink it moonshine. I didn't even say it's like 200% alcohol, which would mean it's 100 like fucking which like you drink that you go blind. Like the devil brings shit and it's like fucking one of the things I guess because I didn't see the person make the deal is like it's like a family thing and like it's an annoying family and like the dude who's the dad of the kids in the family at the end just kind of fucks off. um there's like a fucking whole like dude with gigantic testicles like joke and it's like okay, it's a thing. um it's so fucking it's so dumb. There's like also I'm pretty sure I have to check this. Like I'm pretty sure Travis Tritt is in this as someone. I think Travis Tritt is in this. Um, and like there's this dude called Biker Bob who's like this sage. It's so weird. Um, yeah, fucking just um, yeah. Anyway, that's that's my thoughts on Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. And I like I'm not the whole like Bubba the Love Sponge thing. I'm not that's like I'm not lying about that. That's literally my shitty brain is like auto completing it because that's what I know more than Bubba the Redneck Werewolf. It's like Bubba the Love Sponge. I know about the person, which uh, once you learn about them, you like your brain's fucked. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and give Bubba the Love Sponge a go. Also, just want to throw out thank you to my patron, Jem, because you are a fucking mad person for giving me money for as long as you have as a patron. Uh, peace out, everybody.